Okay, we're going to pick up where we left off on the Craftsman demo. I want to go ahead and take a look at the completed site, which is here, and it's on a different URL, but you can see that I've got the author box here with my social media quick links. I've got a opt-in form here on the right, and I've got some menus here with nice thumbnail images next to them. So I'm going to show you how to create that back at the site that we were working on before. You can see where we left off, and I'll go ahead and go back into theme options, and we're going to go ahead and go to the widgets. And the first thing you notice on the site is I've got the slider widget here. I'm going to go ahead and remove that, and I'm going to make this author box widget. I'm going to move that down to the content area. So to remove that widget, it is in the above content area, the slider widget. So I can do one of two things. I can just hide it, which will save any settings I've got here inside the setting, or if I've got it set to show a post, show a custom category, it will save that setting if I just click hide and save. Or if I know I'm not going to use it, I can just drag it off the screen and it will no longer be there. So back to the site, refresh, and you can see that that is no longer there. So I'll go back, and what I want to do is I want to go ahead and grab that author box widget, which is here, and I'm going to drag it down into the above content area. Okay, and so having done that, I'll go back and refresh, and now I can see that the author box is setting up here. So there's a couple things I need to do to make it match the other site you saw. First of all, it's showing just a default avatar image, and it's not showing any social media links there. So I need to go ahead and populate those. To do that, I can go to the user's profile section of the site, and I'll go ahead and enter my information here. Facebook is going to be there, and Twitter, and my Google Plus, and my LinkedIn. You can leave any of these blank you want, or you can fill them all in. I'm also going to do the website. I'm going to do my Google Plus profile link there, so that when people click on my image, it will automatically go to my Google Plus homepage. You'll still get authorship credit if you don't do that, as long as you have it here, but I'm going to go ahead and do it there. So once I've done that, I'll just click Update Profile and go back and refresh. And now I've got those social media links, and I can also do those small if I like. You can just come back to the appearance widgets and load up that above content widget, open it up, and I can just say use smaller icons, click save, and it's going to go ahead and show smaller icons. So you can do large or small, whichever you like. The next thing is the image is not populating, so that pulls from the again, the user's profile, and whatever email address I have in my email right here. So I don't have support at clickbump.com registered at gravatar.com, and you can see that link here if you need it. So I'm going to go ahead and enter the email address that I do have, and you can have multiple email addresses stored at Gravatar for the same avatar image. So I'm going to go ahead and enter one that I know I do have on file there. Again, that's gravatar.com, and they store your images for comments that you post across the web, as well as your author box for ClickBump. So now I've got that there listed. So the next thing I want to do is I want to streamline this area over here. I'm going to take all those widgets out except for I'm going to have an opt-in box, and I'm not going to use this. This is just simple opt-in. I actually have a forms widget in ClickBump that you can use for that. So again, going over to the widgets area, as I said in part one, you can pretty much create an entire website now just with widgets, since I've componentized all of these widgets that would do things you would normally have to go over to maybe layout or menus. You can now do all of that really here. So I'm going to go ahead and remove search, and I'm going to remove recent menus and the opt-in and the text box. So now I shouldn't have anything over the right sidebar, and I can verify that. Just click refresh. Okay, so I've got an empty sidebar, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to recreate this get the free report thing with just an email and a submit button. So to do that, I'm going to grab the ClickBump Forms widget, drag it over into the sidebar, and now you can see that this Forms widget already has some default code. You can grab this and pull it out just to see more information. It has a default Aweber add lead script here for you. So you would just need to populate these values, the web form ID, your list name, the redirect URL to your auto responder homepage, all of that stuff. You just populate there, click save, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to just take everything except the email and submit button, and I'm going to remove it. Okay, and if you make a mistake, you can just pull this off and pull another copy over, and it pre-populates with the default content. So that's there, and I don't think I have on the website, I don't have any disclaimers here, so I'm going to remove that too, just to get a really clean look. So all of that stuff is below the closing form tag here, so I can just take that and remove that. I'm going to leave that closing div tag there, so you can just see that what that looks like there. I only want this to show on the home page, so I'm going to click show on home. And you can see you've got various filters here. You can also filter it by the post slug. So if I only wanted it to show on maybe the home page and the blog page, for example, I would just say, I would enter the word blog there in asterisks, and then click save, and that way that would only appear on my blog page and the home page. Or I could just make it appear only on the blog page just by clicking show on and entering blog there. Optionally, you can just click this URL there, but that's just to remind you that you actually have the ability to filter by URL. So again, I'm going to remove that. Just click show on home and click save, and now go back to the site and refresh that, and now I've got that there. It doesn't look exactly like what we've got there. Get it now, it's free, and I've actually got some extra text here, so I can remove that, and I can also change this heading to get the free report. I'll also show you how to center that text as well. So I've got a little bit more text than I had on my demo area, so I can show you. You can just remove that here, and now the get it now, it's free. I can just change that to download the free report and click save. Okay, and now it's like I want it, except for what if I want this centered? Chrome has a pretty nifty little tool called the Inspector Palette that you can see the CSS hook for any element on the page. So I can just click this, just click within this and go inspect element, and it's going to show me that this particular element has a class of sidebar title. So I can copy that, and I can go into, you can just close that out, and I can go into the ClickBump custom CSS. So just go to the default ClickBump theme options page, and now I can enter that sidebar title. I have to put a dot in front of it for proper CSS, and then click these brackets here, open and close brackets, and now I can say text dash align center. Okay, just a quick little bit of CSS for that, and now refresh, and now the text is centered there. So I I share a lot of custom CSS on the forum, so if you have questions about that, just little tweaks like that are really quick to do with custom CSS. You can also do a lot of those tweaks within the layout section, the text section of the theme options, but that's a quick way to do it. So I've also got this boilerplate, this default text I installed with Jumpstart Pro just to show your way around. It tells you about sidebar widgets and social media sharing settings and all of that stuff. So I can remove that. I'm just going to go back to the post this time, and that's my sticky post. So I'm just going to click sticky here to if you got a long list of posts, it's easy to find your sticky post just by clicking that and then clicking that to edit it. So I'm going to just remove, let's see what we have on the default site. We just had that first sentence just to introduce the site. You can dismiss these little things here. So I'm going to go ahead and go remove all of that. Click update. And once that updates, my computer's still processing a video in the background, so it's running a little slow. But go ahead and refresh the page. And now I have it almost exactly like our default site that we're copying here. And I just need to add this menu here. So what you see is these thumbnail images. These are actually the featured images for each of those posts. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to the post, and I'm going to go ahead and go to one of the posts here, our services, for example. And I'm going to just tidy up this area here, and I'm going to drag my featured image palette up here to the top so I can work with it easily. Just click set featured image, select files, and I have a folder here on my desktop which has the images I want to use for my thumbnails. So I can just select all of those and click open. It's going to copy those all over. You can see I already had some default images I'm using for my slider widget here that are going to show up. So I'm going to just select, let's select this wheat image as the featured image for this particular post. I don't even really have to click update. It's already set. So I can just move on to the next one. So I'm going to go to the, and you can see that the thumbnail is showing up here on the right just to show me that I've already done that. So I'll go ahead and click edit on customer testimonials, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to set featured image, and I'm going to use this little target icon here for that one. And then I'll go back to the post listing. I can see it's been added there. And now I'll go to this awards and honors sample page. And again, you're going to delete these or you're going to create your own, but just showing you exactly how to implement this feature here. And I'm going to use this little 6 here for that. And you can notice that this particular image is a PNG with a transparent background, and that really adds a little bit of professionalism to your site. If you've got a darker background color than white, and you don't have that white, you won't have that white outline. It'll show up exactly like you want it to on the site. So I'll go ahead and refresh that. We can see we've got images now. So now we need to actually add the menu to the site. So all I've done really is I've added the icons, and when I go and I can see these, I don't have a way to view that those other than going to the sitemap, so I can see these posts. So I'm going to click on the articles and click on services. And I've got this this widget showing on every page. I just want that to show on the home page, so I'll go back and fix that. But you can see the services now has this, as well as the related articles is showing those below. And I can set all that up through theme options. So first thing I want to do is go ahead and remove this from the, or I could actually pull a copy of it and put it below the post if I like. So back to the widgets area. And I'll go to above content and click show on home there, and go back and Now that's going to disappear, and I can make it show up below if I like by dragging another copy of that over Author box. I can put that there, and I can even change the text, and then I can say hide on home, or I can say show on post, and that will isolate it so it only shows on post, and then click save. And now when I refresh this page, you can see it showing up below, and it still has this welcome to website, so I can remove that. Just click this hide title on site, or I could make it, say I want to make it about the author. I could do that, change it to that, or I could just hide it. So just refresh that, and now it shows my information there at the bottom. Okay, so I might also want to have that opt-in form here on the right. If I want to do that, then I'll just go and I'll grab it from the sidebar, and I'll say show on posts and pages. Okay, and now refresh that, and that's going to show up there. Alright, so now we just need to do the menu on the home page. Okay, down below we're going to put it here just above this. So the way I have it on this site, I have the lower menu in the gray area. That's actually footer 2, and then I have the menu in this upper area, which is footer 1. By default, these are currently in footer 1, so I'll drag them down to footer 2, and I'll add the menu in footer 1 there. So the way I want to do that is I'll go and just collapse these guys here, and I'm going to pull those down into all these elements down into footer 2. So I'll say there, grab this one, pull it under, grab the third one and pull it under the second one, and the fourth one. Okay, and the social widgets, and go back and refresh, and now that's going to be in the gray area. Okay, so that leaves me room to put the menu there. So to do the menu, it's one of the newer widgets in 6.4. It's ClickBump menus. I can just grab it and pull it over here, and this is by default it's going to show 6 items in one row. So what I want to show is I want to show 3 items in one row, with 3 items per row. So I could say 6 with 3 items per row, and it would show two rows of 3. I'm just going to say 3 items at 3 per row, and click save. Okay, and just go back, and it's going to populate that here. By default, it's going to show the comment count for each of those posts. If I don't want to display that, I can just say hide comment count. I can also hide the post thumbnail, hide the post excerpt. I can add more items to the post, add more words to the post excerpt by this show more. So I can come down here and I say I want this to be, let's say 10. Okay, and I refresh, and now the comments are removed and it's got more text. If I want to put a read more link there, all I have to do is say show read more link, and I can see the actual format of the read more here. Maybe I want to add a pipe character in front of that, so I can do that. Click save and refresh it, and now it's got the read more, and that's really it. That's a quick overview of the setup that we did to emulate the default site, and I hope you enjoy.